Good morning, traders. Today is Thursday, July 16th, 2020. This is Rick with Hit and Run Candlesticks. I want to welcome you and say thank you to watching our Trade Ideas video blog. If you'd like to subscribe to our blog, just click on that red subscribe button, and the bell below below the video area. You'll see a red button and a bell. Just click on that and you will be subscribed. Thank you very much. Now let's take a look at what's going on in the market today. Okay, so yesterday SPY gapped up and pulled back, gave a little noise yesterday. We opened up, went all the way down here to about that 319.45, 319.50 area, put in a low, and then the bulls brought us back up. Yesterday, or the previous day, we closed back up with a bullish piercing candle inside the trap here. Yesterday, I'm going to consider that as, for the most part, follow through. It looks like we're going to open up a little lower today. Futures are down. I saw Bank of America reported and didn't do so hot. So down a little bit, but when you take a look at the chart, everything really is still bullish at this time. We're not following, we're not day trading, we're not scalping necessarily. In fact, we're mostly swing traders. If you take a trade in the morning and close it out at night with a nice profit, that doesn't make you a day trader. It makes you just a really good trader. What we look at is how the trend is going. And you can see here that our trend indicator is up and still green. You can see for the most part, price is still up. Each day might be a little different. You might have a day that's maybe not the best, like these right here, or you might have a day that looks terrific. And that's the way a chart works. That's how a chart works itself higher, and it's also how a chart will work itself lower, like this right here, when it breaks below the trend. So above our trend, for the most part, we're going to be bullish, and I certainly have to give the SPY chart right now to the bulls. Bears can't have it yet. So let's come over here. You can see that we have broken out of about 30 or 315.30 over here. We're moving up now, challenging and testing these tops. Anytime we have an area like this where we run into a double top or double bottom or any kind of resistance or any kind of support, you're going to see price sort of bounce around a little bit. It has to chew through it. They rarely just pop right out and go. Even if we popped right out, there's a very high probability that we do a little bit of testing, a little bit of resting in here. So whenever we get to these areas, and that's where we are right now. That's exactly where we are. All right, let's take a peek at the diamonds. Diamonds is moving up here. You can see yesterday our high started to run into that area that is going to start a little bit of consolidation, a little bit of push and pull, tug of war, trying to chew through that top. If you look at the overall chart, we are still bullish. That trend is still up here. Nice little pullback right in this area here. We broke out, and now we're just doing what charts do on the way up. Quick peek at VXX. VXX, we've got a trend line here that seems to be holding up. We're keeping our eyes on this very, very close. We start to break out of this upper downtrend line right in here, then I would suspect we do move up a little bit higher. So we break up, we break out, watch for that consolidation, and then we'll look for follow through on the way up. And as we move up, you can clearly see that right through here, right through this area right there, there is a fair amount of resistance. There's a fair amount of guards up here, not allowing the bullish buyers here to get through. So that is going to be one of the main things that VXX is going to have to do to get up here to up into this area right here between 40, 43 area here. And if that happens, of course, the market is going to start seeing a little bit of negative movement if we can pull up in this area. And then if we were to get past these tops, well, we'll talk about that if that happens. Yeah, so right now, watch this lower trend line. Watch for the bullishness. It looks like we're going to open up maybe a little bit higher. There's still an hour or so before the market opens, so anything can change right in through here. I don't believe this is a trade just yet, unless you're just going for some speculation. What we'll be looking for on a trade is a breakout. We may see some buying in here at hit and run, and we may just wait for that pullback and those buyers to step in. It really kind of depends how the overall market starts acting when this happens. One of the main charts that I think we should keep an eye on again is this FNGU. I've been saying that for some time here. We really need to watch it because the overall market is likely to go in the direction that this is going to go. This is the big tech. We'll be watching it on our scanner very closely, both on some daily scans and also some intraday scans, looking for the decision or the direction it's going to go. So if let's see here, there we go. Right now we're in a bull trap. This bearish engulf is pushing us to the downside right now. Yesterday we closed in the bear trap. It looks like today we're going to actually open up about this, say 128.25, give or take a little bit. Again, this recording is a little more than an hour before the market opens, so the futures could change in here. The black line is the T line. That's the 8 exponential moving average. Green dots is our trend indicator, or what I sometimes call the red-green line. So as long as this trend stays intact, the market will overall the market will stay bullish. Now, there certainly is going to be some short positions out there and charts that look short. In fact, today I've got a few shorts that I want to look at. So we'll get to that right after this. So what might happen here is after a good solid selling stick like this, we may not just boom and run up this way. We may need to consolidate, move a little bit, move into this trend before we start moving up, or even before it starts breaking down. So keep an eye on FNGU. I do believe it's likely to point to the direction that the market wants to go. So we'll keep an eye on that. It did get pretty high pretty fast, so a little consolidation is kind of normal right in here. Alrighty, let's take a look at some charts. The first one I'm looking at is OSTK. A couple of targets I've got here, which this 51, not so much a target. It just, we need to break out of it, and then we'll see 64 and some change up here. We've got a nice morning star signal. We've got the bull trend is working out very well here. We've got good support right in this area here. So here we pop up, and then we just start this little consolidation and see how we're moving into the trend now. So as we get to that trend area, we're more likely that the stock is going to do something. It could be today, could be tomorrow, could be the next day. It all depends how it moves, what kind of price action we see going into that trend. Right now, it's setting up the type of charts that we like to see. Let's see here. There we go. There we are. We like to see it when we have this nice run, and then we like to see those areas of consolidation. And that's what this is doing right now. It's just consolidating, allowing some of the major moving averages to climb up a little bit, give it a little bit of support. So right now, I'm watching for that bullish signal. If we were to get a combination of buyers hopping into this and the market was holding up reasonably well or even going up, then here at Hit and Run, we're going to be buying OSTK. One thing I want to remind you of is that earnings are on the 13th of August, okay? So be a little careful there. ROKU. ROKU is acting pretty good. As long as we remain in a bullish trend, and as long as the sellers don't hop in, I'm looking for 172 up to 186 for ROKU. We may climb or walk a little bit sideways here before it actually starts to pop up. So let me just put this over there like that, and I'm going to put it down a little. So we're going to watch that buy signal come in. A buy signal for some folks, yesterday was a buy signal. Day before was a buy signal. Today, anything in here might be a buy signal for some folks. Other folks, they may wait for a breakout. So watch for that breakout. That might be something you're looking for. And then, or the breakout and consolidation, and that's where you start looking to buy right in here. But that's what it's done now. See, we popped up, we've pulled back, and now it looks like buyers are trying to hold it up. And that's just a beautiful chart pattern. Remember to, when you see the trade, make sure you plan the trade. Plan your profit areas. In other words, you need to make sure that the stock can do something for you. Also, we want to look for our risk. So make sure you put your stop in there. We'll discuss in the trading room this morning areas of a stop and how you might come up with those. And then just watch for that price action that you just can't walk away from. That's what we do here, and that's what I'll be doing with ROKU. Another one is IMMU. Nice little hammer, little doji here, sitting right in the trap. So if I start to see positive trading, or if I can see that we're holding up inside that buy area there, I'll look for IMMU as a buy as well for the Road to Wealth account. ADSK. All right, let's look at a couple of shorts here. Actually, let's get rid of this right there. And let's do this. And just a second here. There we go. Let's put up a target down here. Let's work for this low at the first target. Okay, sorry, should have had that up already. So on ADSK here, here we've been moving up. Beautiful trend, everything looking good. And we start to get a little bit toppy here. We put in a top, we dip down, come up. We actually put in another top. I'm going to call this a failed top. It did close over these highs, but it really went nowhere other than down following this high over here. And down we go. And here we come down through the T-line. This green dotted line, this is our 3 exponential moving average. It is close to falling below the T-line. And price now has turned our trend indicator red. So I'm looking at for a short. Now that we've been down and we have tested, what we're looking for now is follow through off that test to the downside, and that's where we'll be looking to short. First target around this 217.90 area, and it could easy enough we could slide down into the 200, 201 area on ADSK. Let me grab a drink of water real quick. Thank you. All right, WPM, one of the precious metals here. We're moving sideways. I'm looking at this as a bullish trade. Here we've been traveling sideways after we popped up into here. You can see that we got into a little bit of resistance across there. Just consolidating now, buyers and sellers duking it out, trying to decide, well, who gets to take the ball. Right now, because we're just consolidating, and we're consolidating in a bullish trend, we're consolidating on some support right now. I'm looking at this where the buyers get to take the ball. I'm looking for 51.40-ish up here as a target. Inside this green box, we'll be looking for an entry, and it does look like we're going to open up a little lower today, and that may offer us an entry here at Hit and Run Candlesticks. Also, if we don't end up taking that entry, we may look for a breakout and then wait for that breakout, and then we'll manage the chart up to 51.40 and or higher, and that's on WPM. AUY is another one setting up. Let's move this out of the way. There we go. So AUY, we've had a nice trend. You can see this trend working right there. See how it rose up and then has pulled back, and now we're getting signs of buyers stepping back in. I'm looking at targets of 580, 620, 665 up here with a entry area of somewhere in that area, about right there. Gold, GLD. Here's another one consolidating after a nice run up. Let's see here. There's our trend. It's important to notice the trend. You certainly, we don't have to trade in the trend, but we have found that it's easier to make money when you trade within the trend and trade with the trend. Your probabilities just go way up when you're trading with the trend. So we've got a nice bullish trend, and you can see right in here, right in there. Look how, let's see, there we go. Look how that consolidated, and look where we are now. Look where that consolidated. Look where we are now. So there could have been some good money made in here on these rallies and pullbacks, little pop and pullback. I'd call that a rally, and a little 3-bar rally. And now we're in this pullback area. So this is what I'm going to be looking for. One, to stay in this area or go up. So we'll be looking for an entry inside that red box, green circle, bigger green circle, or even up here on a breakout. First target I'm looking for is about 173.60. PayPal. PayPal's been in a nice bullish trend. Let's get that up there. So here's our nice bullish trend on PayPal, and now PayPal may be starting to move to the downside. So what we've got is the trend is up. We've got a little toppy up here. We'll just put let's make this red. There we go. Put a little line right there. A little toppy. We broke below, price has broken below the T-line. It's broken down below the green dots, turning them red. Our 3 EMA is close to coming down through the T-line. So down, up for a test. Now what we're looking for is follow through to the downside. We're looking for an entry up in here. First target about this 158. We'll call it 158.80 to 159. We start to fail in here, then we'll take a look at 142.80, and at that point we may have a gap over here to fill as well. But remember, we're going to have some market cooperation for the shorts. these are just for the watch list, just in case the market really starts to pull back. Here's another one, CRM, looking for a first target of about 168. Here's our bullish trend, and now you can see the bearish trend starting. What we need to see is some follow through. It looks like we're opening up a little lower than yesterday, so that's if you're short this or if you're looking to be short, this is what we want to see. We get through 187.65, then we're going to have to come down in here and check out this June 5th area low. We've got a low here on May 14th, and then we have a few little tops up here, a little top in April. Here's another little top in April that may give a little support. So 178.50, 166.50 area on follow through right here to the downside. WDAY, also looking a little bit to the short side. Once again, let's put our bullish trend up here, and now you can see the bearish trend might be starting to work. And get our little arrow. Now that we've pulled back, our red-green dots have turned red. We can see a little relief rally testing up here, testing the red dots, testing a trend line. If we start to see those sellers, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for that confirmation, and then we'll be looking at 170 as the first target. And second, let's just run right down here to the May 18 area, around 150.75. And the last chart I have here is TTOO. If you're looking for a long under $2, we've got it closed yesterday at $1.58. It looks like we're opening up a little bit higher. First target I see would be about 190. The next target I would look for is approximately $3 on a breakout. So we've got a nice bullish trend. A little bullish trend here. Bullish, well, we'll keep it red. Bullish trend here, and then you can see that we've broken down, but the bulls pulled it back up. Our trend indicator now has turned red. For the past 2 days, yesterday and the day before, the bulls have kind of showed their teeth here. Nice big candle on big volume. So nice candle on big volume. A little inside day yesterday. 191. Let's see here. It's opening up. So really there's not, well, actually that's 15%. That's a monster actually. So from where we're opening, 15% to the first target area, we break out of that first target area, that puts $3 on the table, and is very possible. That right there would be huge. So let's say an entry 165. That's an 80% move. Even if you pulled in half that, what amazing move here on TTOO. So we'll be watching this pretty close as well. Alrighty, I want to thank everybody for watching our trade idea video this morning. And remember, if you're not subscribed, click on that red button. Well, the red button below and the bell. Sure appreciate it. We'll see everybody in the chat room or tomorrow sometime. Thank you very much.